Good evening, everybody. This is Gardening Warrior. We are back in the Q Kitchen with another What's for Dinner Meal in a Bag edition. This is one of the new recipes by Wicked Prepared. I'll put the link down below. And it's called broccoli, cheddar, chicken, and dumplings. It's not new. It's just new to us. We've never tried it before. And so tonight we are trying out the recipe broccoli, cheddar, chicken, and dumplings. Alright, let's get started. Alright, to start with, it says 28 ounces of chicken, but what I'm going to do is go ahead and use one of my home canned quarts of chicken. Next is a 16 ounce jar of cheddar cheese sauce. I couldn't find 16 ounces, so I've got 15 ounces. But that's okay because it says 14.5 ounces of chicken broth. And I could only find 16.9. So it'll be a little different, but it's okay. A 7.6 ounce can of media crema. That at least I've got right. A half pint jar of mirepoix. I probably said that wrong. I always do mirepoix. Anyways, I don't have that, and that's okay. A 7.75 ounce bag of biscuit mix. I've got an 8 ounce box of Jiffy Mix and an 8 ounce bottle of water. I don't have that, but that's okay because we've got water here at the house. This is just in case you don't have water. And then some 2 tablespoons of seasoning, and I chose to go with the Tater Slayer seasoning that we love so much in our house. Alright, so there's all the ingredients. Let's read the directions and tell us what to do next. In large pot, combine the undrained can of chicken, cheese sauce, the mirepoix, I always say that wrong, media crema, and chicken broth. Alright, let's go get our pot. Somehow I skipped over the 1 ounce, or the 1/3 cup bag of freeze-dried broccoli. This is more than 1/3, so we're just going to take out what we need. It says to break the chicken up into bite-sized pieces, so I went ahead and did that. Now let's add the rest of our ingredients. Cheese sauce going in next. I'm actually going to mix the 1/3 can, or 1/3 cup bag of the freeze-dried broccoli and the half a cup of mirepoix, whatever it's called, at the same time into the mixture. So it'll just be broccoli. Next is our media crema. You want to make sure that you, first off, wash the tops. That's what I've been doing as I go along. You just didn't see that. But yeah, wash the tops. And then after that, you're going to want to shake this really, really good. Now we're going to use this chicken broth to get the rest of this media crema out of the jar, and the rest of that cheese sauce. Alright, here we go. So, I put some of the chicken bone broth into the media crema, stirred it around really good, got most of that out of there. Let me show you. Before I put the lid in there, I got most of it out. And then I poured it into this cheese sauce container and shook it really well. And I got most of it out of there, which means that that goodness went into our pot. Yum! Now we're going to pour the rest of the broth in there. And the seasoning of our choice, which is our Tater Slayer seasoning. Alright, now we are going to bring to a simmer over medium-high heat. And I'll be back. Oh, I'm going to stir it too. Isn't that beautiful? Now we're going to bring it to a simmer. And while that's coming up to a simmer, we are going to mix our Jiffy biscuit mix with 3/4 cup of water and mix. Now, if you'd rather use the special, flavored biscuits, you know which ones I'm talking about. then you can go ahead and do that. Just make sure you put in 3/4 cup of water, because these are our dumplings. Now we're waiting for our soup to simmer, and then we'll stir again and drop the dough mixture into the top of the simmering soup. Alrighty. Alright, we have brought our soup to a simmer. We have gently added the dumplings on top. I think I should have used a little less water. And now we have turned it down to low. We are going to cover it and allow it to simmer on low for 15 minutes. Or until... something fell over in the sink, sorry about that. Or until the dumplings are done. I'll be back. So my timer's gone off, but there's one slight problem. Those dumplings are nowhere near done. So I'm going to let it go for another 5 minutes. I apologize for Essie in the background. Apparently, when Mommy is recording, she needs to be loud. Alright, so I'll be back. That's after 15 minutes. And you can tell they're not done because, well, that one's not. But this one right here is still very doughy. Yeah, if it does that, it's not done. It's still biscuit mix. Alright, most of the dumplings are pretty dry, so we're going to go ahead and serve this up, and maybe the rest of the dumplings will go ahead and get finished after I've taken some of them out. Maybe I put too much in. I don't know what happened. Alright, let's have a taste. The soup is absolutely magnificent. It is a little soupier than I think it should be. Yum! Oh, wow. That is magnificent. Ooh. Alright, well, that's an A+ in my book.